Right, hello and welcome to the BMW M3 Sport Evolution, the last hurrah of the BMW E30 M3. Now, today we are checking this vehicle out in Gran Turismo 7 to see how good it is stock, fully upgraded as well as engine swap, because we can now do that with update 1.49. So, let's dive straight into it. The BMW M3 Sport Evolution, you can get your hands on this vehicle one of two ways. Firstly, by heading on over to a used car dealership and spending 162,200 credits, or the second way, by finishing third or higher in the European F4 Challenge 550 around Red Bull Ring. Now, what makes this BMW so sought after or different compared to the standard M3? When the M3 came out, they made a race spec model of it and they sent it into the DTM series, and it absolutely dominated the series by winning 5 out of 10 events. Now, while the M3 was gaining fame in the motorsports world, well, BMW was making some advancements on making a homologation spec road vehicle. So, with that being said, the BMW M3 Evo first launched, and that came out with better and improved aerodynamics and 207 brake horsepower. Then the Evo 2 came out, and it came out with even more power. And then finally the M3 Sport Evo came out with an even bigger displacement of 2.5 liters according to racing regulations, and it produced 234 brake horsepower, and that is what we are driving today. So when it comes to also visual customizations, we see that the differences between the base M3 and this M3 is the front wing, rear spoiler, steering wheel, seats, there's different floor mats, there's just so much. And even in Gran Turismo 7, the wide body kit for the BMW M3 Sports Evolution model is wider and more aggressive compared to the standard M3 model. So that's just a fun fact, but we'll actually take a look at that wide body in a bit. But before that, when it comes to using this vehicle around Kyoto Driving Park, the BMW M3 Sport Evolution is a fantastic vehicle and actually took me by surprise as to how fast this vehicle actually is. Now when it comes to handling, it is quite decent, and that kind of helps out due to the fact that the vehicle only weighs 1,200 kgs. Now 234 horsepower is enough to get the vehicle down the road and actually to get it sideways through corners, and if you aren't careful, you might actually find yourself facing the wrong direction. So the BMW M3 Sports Evolution cannot be considered a boring vehicle stock. Yes, 2 minutes around Kyoto Driving Park is not really that fast, but compared to modern vehicles, it's not too far off. But if you really want to be competitive with this vehicle, well, you do need to upgrade it, and you can do exactly that by heading on over to tuning shop. So when you head on over to a tuning shop, well, you have such a wide variety of parts that you can put on the BM to really make it as fast as possible. So after spending a lot of money, you are going to be left with 396 brake horsepower and 983 kgs, which is just so much lighter, coming at under 1000 kgs and producing quite a bit more power. It should be a very fun vehicle around the circuit. But before we take it around the circuit, we gotta check out the visual customizations for this vehicle. So if we head on over to GT Auto, well, we do see we have some customizable options. So we have 2 options for a front splitter, we have 2 options for side skirts, 1 option for a rear diffuser, and we have 4 options for a rear wing, and that is including a wingless option. And the customization doesn't end there, because you can also fit a roll cage as well as front grille customization, which is just headlight covers. But hey, it's still customization nonetheless. So once you have kitted out your BMW M3 Sports Evolution, you can head out back onto circuit. So the vehicle now, with the engine being fully upgraded, is a lot better than standard. Now the vehicle's acceleration just improved tenfold. The braking system on the BMW is fast, is decent. It gets you around the corners and gets you around the circuit in a decently quick time. Now you are sitting lap times around the 1 minute 38 second, 1 minute 39 second mark, which frankly is not really that competitive compared to modern vehicles fully upgraded, but it's still good. Now it comes in at just under 700 performance points, being on racing soft tires, max downforce, so you can get quite a few lower level performance points tunes out of this vehicle and have it be really competitive. But let's say you don't want it. You want a very powerful, you want the perfect, the maxed out, the ultimate BMW M3 Sport Evolution. Well, to do that, well, you can engine swap this vehicle. Now the engine swap that we have for the BMW M3 Sport Evolution is the B58 of the 2020 Toyota Supra. Yes, the German 2JZ. Yes, we are actually putting a BMW engine into a classic BMW. Now when it comes to engine swaps and prices, this is not actually that bad. Costing 136,500 credits, it's not that bad, but it is gonna really hurt the pockets when it comes to upgrading this engine. But when I tell you, it is well worth it, because after you spend a lot of money upgrading this engine, you are gonna be left with 809 brake horsepower. It's just absolutely absurd that it's producing this amount of power in a vehicle that weighs this much weight. I mean, it's still under 1,000 kgs. It's gonna be it's just gonna be so exciting to drive this vehicle. Now, without wasting any more time, around Kyoto Driving Park, this vehicle took a lot of time and a lot of testing, a lot of tweaking to get this vehicle to handle the way I wanted it. And I'll be honest with you, it still doesn't handle the way I wanted it, but it is one thing, and that is fast, because this vehicle now sets lap times around the 1 minute 31 second mark around Kyoto Driving Park. Now for me, I've always said if a vehicle can set anything faster than a 1 minute 35 around the circuit, it is considered a competitive vehicle, and this is a prime example of it. Now the BMW M3 Sport Evolution, at this level of power, with how much weight and grip it produces, it is on the fence between being completely uncontrollable and being an absolute shack weapon. The balance is which side it will fall on that fence is up to your tuning capabilities, and you really have to tweak it to your liking. Now I am gonna put at the end of this video my tuning sheet for what I think is a good setup for this vehicle, but take it with a pinch of salt, adjust it to your own liking, and see what you get. See what do you think of the BMW M3 Sport Evolution. But for me, this vehicle is an absolute shack weapon, and it's a glorious vehicle to be behind the wheel of once you nail that tune. Now, with it being fully upgraded Racing Soft's max downforce, it is coming just under the 800 performance points mark. Now, a lot of you might be asking, how is it when it comes to money grinding? I will be real with you here. If I have to choose a BMW M3 E30 to actually go and money grind with, it's not going to be this one. Frankly, the B58, yes, it produces a ton of power, but it's not the most eco-friendly engine. Now, even when it comes to detuning it down to 700 performance points, it is going to be kind of hard. And this other BMW E30 M3 in the game has the engine from the Z4 GT3 vehicle, if I'm not mistaken. I know it is a GT3 vehicle, I just can't remember which one it is, but I know it has great fuel economy, it has great power, it can be detuned really well. It's just overall a better choice for money grinding. But the BMW M3 Sports Evo is still an amazing track vehicle, and I highly recommend you try it out, because look, yes, it may not be good at money grinding, but it is good at being a fast car around any circuit you throw it at, the minute you find out how to drive it and have it set up to your liking. So yes, it may take a lot of time to actually get to grips and have a good fun time in this vehicle, but once you do, oh my, is it truly glorious. And with all this being said, let me know your thoughts and opinions on this BMW in the comment section down below. And with all this being said, thank you so much for watching, thank you so much for your time, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.